I don't need my first. Okay. His tail is really long. I've been like, don't worry about it, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. It's y'all know how I said I wasn't gonna tell my parents about me getting a job. Here is exactly fucking why. It is 9:30 morning and I'm crying because I just got into it with my mom, and it's always fucking her. It's always her that has an issue with something that I'm doing in my life. I did tell her earlier in the week that I had an interview at Sprouts on Friday. Again, like, that was my fault. Should have never told that. I'm not gonna call her names. I should have never told her at all. But again, I tell my parents everything. It's hard for me not to. Just for a little bit more backstory, the reason I told her, I actually told both my parents, was because it was a funny thing. Whenever I was applying to jobs, I wasn't looking at the specific part in Texas where it was. I got a call from them, from Sprouts, earlier, and was like, hey, can you make it on Friday, which was the day that I recorded. It's like, yeah, I can make it, like, because at that time I had not accepted the job offer. They had not called me yet. I did not know, so I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go. So I was like, yeah, I can make it. Before you go, which location is this? Because I applied to multiple locations. And then she told me it's the one in Oak Cliff. And I was like, if you know, you know, stay away from Oak Cliff. Stay away from Oak Cliff. I wanted to tell my parents that because it was funny. It was a funny thing that happened. I didn't, I was just so desperate to get a job that I was applying anywhere and I wasn't paying attention to the location. That's why I told them, because it was a funny thing that happened to me. Today's the day of the interview. She called me. She was like, hey, I'm finna go to Costco. Do you want to come with me? I don't even think I got to say yes or no. I asked her which location it was. Confirmed it was the location I was thinking of. And then all of a sudden she was like, wait, what time is your interview? But I'm trying to figure out how I was supposed to go about that. But I'm like, I couldn't lie and say that I already went. You know what I should have did? I should have already called them. No, because it still would have been a fucking issue. Okay, anyways, he asked me what time was my interview. And I was trying to figure out, like, but I already knew that where this fucking conversation was going. Told her it was at 12. And she was like, are you gonna, like, have enough time to go to Costco and then go to an interview? And I was like, I'm not gonna go to that interview. And y'all know why. And then automatically, it's a fucking issue. She says my full government name. She's like, government name? And I'm like, Mama, respectfully, I got something lined up. You don't know what I have going on. I have something lined up, because I really did not want to tell her, because I already knew it was gonna be an issue. The issue. Automatically goes into lecturing me. And I'm like, I don't want to hear that shit, because you don't know what the fuck I got going on in my life. I purposely make it to where you don't know what I got going on. Why can't you just leave it at that? Whenever I tell you I got something lined up for me, wow. And mind you, me having something lined up for myself could mean I found a job working in a really good business, making $50 a hour. It's still not good enough for her. Just be like, okay, great, that's great, and move the fuck on. But no, it's always an issue. It's always an issue. So here she is sitting there lecturing me, 9:30 in the morning. You need to always have your options open. That's gonna be on your record. You're never gonna get a job there ever again. Mind you, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna call them and cancel because I got a job. I have a job. And even that is still not good enough. You need to have your options open. It might be better at this place than the one that you're going. And I just had to interrupt her. I was like, Mom, I have a job. So no, I'm not going to the interview. I have a job. And then comes fucking a million questions. It's a million questions. Where is it at? Who is it? What time? While I could have sat there and been like, don't worry about it. It's just gonna be more. So I was just like, it's at this place. She was like, is it overnight? And I was like, yeah. And then it's immediate disappointment from her. And I'm just like, I'm Like, why are the choices that I make in my life so devastating and disappointing to you? Why can't you not be happy for me? The fuck is wrong with you? Like, I don't understand that shit. I don't. Why do you have such an issue with the decisions that I make in my life? What is wrong with you? It's never been that. It's like, it's so hard to get, hey, I'm happy for you. It's so hard to get, I'm proud of you for finally doing something for yourself, for finally getting out there and getting a job. It's so difficult for her to say that, which is why I never ever wanted to tell her, because then I'm in here crying because you just like pissed me off so much. Like, I already knew the backlash I was gonna fucking receive, and honestly probably from my dad too, because it's an overnight position. But if he didn't ask the details and was just like, hey, did you get a job? I say, yeah, I got a job. He's just gonna say, I'm proud of you, kid. I'm happy for you. But when it comes to her, it's always an issue. And she wonder why so bad. I want to get the fuck up out of here. You wonder why. Because now I'm not finna call them at all. The fuck? Are you cool? Talking about have my options open. Do you know how hard it was for me to get this one place? And I'm like, I literally told you that I was going to call and cancel on them. They will be okay. It took a week getting to me after I had to call them. Do you know? You don't even know what the job market is like right now. It's just so frustrating because I'm getting lectured whenever I should be getting, I'm so proud of you. You did a great job. I'm so happy for you. You could finally work towards your goals. But no, it's never that. It's never that. It's just fucking hilarious to me. And I'm honestly so tired of being in like this kind of environment. Like, I'm so sick of it. What choices I make is up to me. This is my fucking life. It's not yours. No, I'm not going to sit here and listen to you tell me what to do. Even though the day did not start off great, guess what? At the end of the day, I'm gonna do my positivity journal, pick out all the positives so I can focus on that and move on. Right now, I'm heading to my email so I can go ahead and get started with this process, and we're gonna get it going. It is happening. I am about to accept the offer. So I just downloaded my offer, just gonna read through it briefly. Okay, so I'm going to hit accept, and I did it. All right, I'm excited. That one? I like that one. Just trying to say the win. Your ass going. Exactly. Hush it up. No, I mean, I didn't know you would hit it that week. I'm fine. I can handle myself. Oh no. Of course, I hit it as hard as I can on the last one. Ah!
come back.
Is that your ball?
No.
We did the same thing.
A little less. That'll work. Just come on, do it again.
Why are we doing the same thing?
I did a little way more than you did.
Look at you copying my movements.
Everybody did that. Literally everyone.
Yay!
Come on, man. You just took. Man, I was trying to get my aura points up, and you just took them away.
Do it. You're not gonna do it.
Why did he do it? Wow. That's cool, I guess. I don't need my second. I don't need my first.
Kate,
You
why are you looking at my toes? Like, what's up with you?
Nah. Ain't no way you call me out on something you know.
We're going against a couple. They're a couple too. Hey, nice. You're a little slow today, aren't you?
You ain't saying nothing. You let that motherfucker just sail past you.
Oh.
Strategic, you said, right? I don't know.
Golly.
You messing up is the issue. That's the issue right there.
Oh, now you don't hit the ball.
It literally went past me. It literally bounced behind me. It literally bounced behind me. Let me go.
I almost had it. I was
Your
almost
ass-
there. I was already the
Your ass almost hit but the bed though. Oh shit. Your ass swung on both sides and missed both times. Yes. That literally bounced out, but okay. That literally bounced out of bounds. Yeah. Straight up bounced out of bounds. Hey, no. 6, 7. What is it? Balls.
Balls.
I mean, they gave us a freebie, but goddamn, bruh. This one right here, baby.
Oh, yes. I've had that for years.
I don't be paying attention like
Yeah,
that.
I know you don't.
You about to get body
I
slammed.
know
bro.
you don't pay
You about to get body slammed.
I'm practicing my swing with you.
Oh! What the fuck just happened? No. Dude, what?
Why this chick obsessed with me? I just don't understand.
Last night, I did not go to sleep until 3 in the morning because I was playing Wuthering Waves. I'm on Renacita's main story quest. I got to end where Augusta blew the absolute shit out of whatever thing that was. I was like, okay, this must mean that we're done with Renacita because everything's been taken care of. The dark tide is no more. No. Then it went to, dying. And we had to go bring her back between life and death. So I'm like, okay, now we should be done. Nope. The dark tide is still a threat. So I'm like, okay, I can't be too far from it. An hour goes by, 2 hours go by. I'm still on Renacita. Mind you, I've been playing Renacita for 2 weeks. So I'm fed up and I'm like, I'm so sick of being in Renacita. I want to move on. I don't want to deal with the fucking dark tide anymore. So I go to look up Wuthering Waves Renacita story quest link. Tell me why Renacita's story quest link is 20 plus hours. 20 plus hours. In real life hours. No wonder I've been in Renacita for 2 weeks. I'm not even halfway done. This must have been like, of course they didn't release Renacita all in one. This definitely had to be patch by patch by patch. But I'm like, good God, like I'm low-key trying to hurry up to get to the Hyrule so I can, catch up, be able to participate in things without being confused or, with knowing who every single character is. And so I can participate in, current events and future events. Renacita's not letting me. Renacita has me on a chokehold, and not in a good way. And I think I'm 3 quests away from being done with Renacita. I'm gonna get up, wash my face, brush my teeth, take Harley for a walk, and I'm gonna come right back here, right back there, and skip through everything, because I'm done with Renacita. At this point, I could just watch a video and then I'm gonna be cool. His tail is really long. I'm not gonna lie, this week has been, not even this week, but like the past couple of days have been pretty much the same. I have stayed at home, I haven't gone anywhere, done anything, and I have all this free time, and yet I don't want to edit my gaming videos, which is really irritating me, because that's literally my love and my passion. And it's not that I'm losing that passion and whatever. I would never lose my passion for gaming. It's just that, I don't know, I guess I'm just so like anxious to get started working, and the process is taking quite a long time, longer than I would like. It's probably the normal amount if I'm like thinking about it. In my head, the process is moving a little bit more slowly than I would like. If it were up to me, I would just want to get started as soon as possible. But I still have until next week before I officially start, not night shift, but you know, just start working. That doesn't start until next week, but I'm still waiting on some stuff that the company needs to send to my email, and I have not got that yet, and it's been 3 days since I completed the first part. So I'm like, how long is it gonna take? Like, I really hope that this doesn't take a long time for me to get sent the rest of the stuff that I need. I'm clothed under here, by the way. Yeah, I just hope it doesn't take too long, because my start date is supposed to be the 16th, but if I don't get sent the things before the 16th, then I'm not gonna be able to start on the 16th. I don't know, I'm like, the longer things take, the more kind of anxious I get, the more it prolongs my goals for moving out. But I'm like, I'm trying to be patient. I'm just not a patient person, like from default. I'm not a patient person at all. So like this is definitely like testing my patience a little bit. And if anything, it's a test from the universe to see if I'm actually like ready to take on what it's throwing at me. And absolutely I am. Absolutely I am. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not changing my mind. This is what I want to do. You know, this is it. I don't know. I've not lost my spark when it comes to recording and stuff like that, but I'm just I'm just waiting for the lifestyle change to hit first, and then I can make my adjustments, because I don't want to, I don't know, I'm just crazy. I'm literally just crazy, and I don't want to continue doing something like recording, editing, whatever you call it, and get on a good flow of it, and then something like an overnight shift comes and just wrecks everything that I've built up already, and the schedule that I've built up. I need to get used to the overnight schedule first, see how my days will look. It'll take me like a week or two to see how my days will look, and you know, going forward, and then I can actually process, okay, this is when I need to record, this is when I need to do this, I have work this night, so I need to record this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need that structure, and I don't have structure right now, which is probably why I'm just not feeling recording or recording gameplay right now. I'm just waiting in anticipation for something to happen. But it's so weird, because I'm like, I have all this time in the day. I'm sitting here doing nothing. I'm sitting here just scrolling on my phone, bored as freak. But I could be recording gameplay right now instead of being bored. And the thing is, I know I'm gonna have fun. I know I'm gonna have a good time. but I just don't want to do it. Somebody tell me why my brain works this way, because it literally makes me go insane. I feel like I'm insane. It's not like it's a terribly long, ridiculous process. I just mentally can't do it. I mentally can't do it. Give me this toy. Give me that toy. Give me that toy. So I'm just sitting here trying to figure out, like, what is my life right now? And I want to say, this is not like a negative self-talk. I have not thought negative in such a long time. I actually have not written in my positivity journal because I haven't felt the need to. The positivity journal is really there for me to find my way out of that negativity. You know, if I'm spiraling in my head or emotionally, physically, mentally, whatever it is, that's when I'll go to my positivity journal, which is amazing. That's great. That's great. That's great. Progress. However, I think I'm gonna have to reach that journal. I think I'm gonna have to grip that journal by its spirals and write in it, just to keep me motivated, to keep the good positive train going. I don't want to be complacent, you know, and just accept things as they are. I want to keep working towards my goals. I'm just ready to work. Literally, I'm just ready to work. I'm just ready to start the progress of me moving out. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to work, bro. And I was just thinking, like, at my old job, I was making $14 an hour. And now at this job, I'll be making $16 an hour. Plus, there's things I need to buy, okay? I'm playing, but, like, I'm not at the same time because, like I said before, saving comes first. But there's also stuff that I want to buy. Like, there's a ton of stuff I want to buy for Harley. And she don't even know it. I want to get this girl the world.
I got your head, face of brown head. I was boss that good. I'm starving. Life goes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, bros. Today we have a zombie fighter. Are you crying? We just met. No matter what happens. Yeah, he needed a therapist ASAP, bro. I'm trying to understand. I don't even want my viewers to look at this and open your journal. Let's get sure. The building, a cat-shaped hole. Just belong to. Oh my gosh, bro. Okay, I'm already starting to get my favorites together. And Aubrey, like, yeah. I love the beach, bro. I know I've made it once I'm able to, like, give me, like, a nice little spot on the beach. You ain't gotta be, like, a mansion or anything. Just, like, right there while I wake up, walk out my patio door, just big sand, bro. Just because I just moved to California. What the heck was that? What was that? You are afraid of drowning? I'm afraid of demons, too. I rebuke that. I'm going back home. Let's go get that.
I've actually been on affirmation TikTok and like manifestation TikTok and witch talk. If there is any other sign that I need to get involved with, then this is the one, because I did not look up anything. I did not look up a single thing. And yeah, it might be my phone listening to me. Fuck Apple. But, you know, like stuff just don't pop up like that. And it just so happened to be the right timing. It's a coincidence. And I can either sit here and ignore it, or I can pursue it. While I have nothing else to do in my day, I'm trying to figure out which direction I want to go. Like, do I want to go the witchy route, or do I want to go the law of whatever route that is? It's not law of attraction. It's like law of something else that starts with an A, and I cannot think of it right now. Yes, it's law of... Okay, so law of assumption is a principle that suggests you can manifest your desires by believing and feeling as if they are already yours, based on the teachings of Neville Goddard. So I'm like, I could go that route. I could go the Neville route, or I could go the witchy route. Low key, I'm leaning more towards witchy, but I feel like it's going to be a little bit more difficult because there are TikTok witches and there are witches on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So it's really hard to tell who's a witch on TikTok and who's a TikTok witch. I don't want a TikTok witch. I want a witch that's on TikTok. So if you have any recommendations for me, let me know. I would love it. I think it would be so fun to be a witch. Maybe that's why I'm like so obsessed with Halloween and fall. Maybe this was a long time coming. I don't know. In order for me to really believe in something and know that it works is proof. I'm heavy on proof. If you can't show me that it works, then I'm not going to pursue it. This week has been pretty slow. Nothing has been going on. So I haven't,
picked up to film anything, just been doing the same thing that I do every other day. It's safe to say that I have not been doing a darn thing these past couple of days. A little update about the job. I'm currently waiting on this background check to pass and to go through so I can continue with the rest of my stuff that I need to get done, but it's taking so freaking long and it's really testing my patience. For sure. But I'm still in contact with my manager. She's checking up on me, making sure everything is good. It's really interesting because we talked today and she was like, yeah, I just want to make sure if everything goes to plan and you start on the day that, you know, I told you you're gonna start, I want to be there to support you and, you know, make sure this process goes as smoothly as possible and just be there for you. And I was like, what do you mean support me? Like, I've never had a job say that they wanted to support me before with my transition. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's because we're from the same area. I just really appreciated that because it just made me feel good. It made me still feel secure that I still had a job. Not that I haven't been, you know, doubting that I have a job because, you know, I've just been seeing so many crazy things online. I haven't been thinking like, oh, I hope that's not me or anything like that. Like, I haven't been thinking negatively. I've just been like, you know, my time will come. You know, the process is taking a little bit longer than expected, but I'm not worried. I know that everything's gonna be fine. And I'm still just as excited to get to working and making some money than anything else. Like, everything was gonna be cleared for the background check between 2 and 7 days. Today is Wednesday. It's the 5th day that I've been waiting for another email to come. Hoping by Friday, that will be the 7th day, it'll come because I was supposed to start on Monday, either Monday or Tuesday. And I was supposed to like do my orientation, all that, and, you know, do like a little walk around and get started. Just being patient, still trying to keep up with my positive mentality. And then speaking of that, I wanted to update you guys on my decision that I made. Honestly, I've already kind of started with the law of assumption. I already started speaking in terms of me already having what I want. So as you guys know, I want to move out. I want to get my own apartment. So in my mind, whenever I come across anything that has anything to do with apartment, whether I see it in person, whether I'm thinking about an apartment, or whether I'm like watching a TikTok video or YouTube video, and I come across somebody like, oh, move in with me, I'm like, oh my God, whenever I moved into my apartment, it was amazing and I felt so happy. I'm just so glad that, you know, I was able to afford the apartment that I have now with, you know, and being able to afford it with the money that I'm making. And I'm so happy being in my own apartment. I'm already talking like that. And I thought that it was gonna feel weird to speak like that and to think like that. But I honestly transitioned into it so well that I don't even have any second thoughts. And it's not awkward to think in the present tense about something that you want but don't have right now, if that makes sense. Like, it's crazy because you honestly have to like be delusional. You have to be delusional, but like go at it in a positive mindset. Like, in my head, I'm already living in my apartment. I already have my apartment. Like, there's no ifs, ands, buts about that. Becoming a witch is a lot of work. It's gonna be a lot of work. I'm gonna have to take time. So I could continue to do law of assumption while actively researching what I need to do to be a witch. Law of assumption is just working a lot more for right now than becoming a witch. But that doesn't mean that I can't, like, you know, cast a protection spell or a defense spell or a money spell, whatever it is. It doesn't mean I can't do that. I just have to make sure that I know what I'm doing, you know? That's my update. Nothing has been going on. I have been staying in the house, doing the same thing over and over again, and I have not gone anywhere.
to oh my god. Water all down my leg.
To your car. I had my car out in my hand.
I did not get to brush my teeth this morning before eating breakfast. I'm brushing my teeth now. It's been 30 minutes since I ate, and I've drunk some water and chewed xylitol gum. Also, I want to say, don't use these. Don't use these to floss because they don't get everything. Now, I'm using it because I don't have any other floss to use. This was a last resort. And I use 4 of them, 1 in each section of my mouth. And I also have the wax melting because I'm gonna wax my armpits today. Literally, I go through 4. I just don't trust that I can use 1 on my whole entire mouth. I don't trust that at all. Okay, I actually found out the waxes hurt, but specifically for Brazilian because you're not moisturizing your kitty cat. And I was like, you're supposed to be moisturizing your kitty cat? Yeah, I came from a mom who did not teach me how I'm supposed to take care of my kitty cat. Luckily, had some I had the CeraVe moisturizing cream, and I've been using this ever since. Really interested to see if my Brazilians hurt less. I typically only shower at night, so I use it after every single shower. I recommend this one because it's specifically comedogenic, right there, non-comedogenic. However, I believe CeraVe is not cruelty-free, and they're not certified by Leaping Bunny or PETA. The only thing about that, I already had that bottle because I needed another moisturizer, but whenever I found out that they were not cruelty free, I was like, okay, I'm not going to use it anymore, but I don't want to throw it away because that's wasting product. Kind of just been sitting there, so I'm glad I have a use for it now. And I'm interested to know if it's the same thing for the underarms. Like, am I supposed to be moisturizing my underarms to make my armpits not hurt as much? I'm very interested. If I was to moisturize my underarms, what would I moisturize it with? Maybe I'm overthinking it. Oh, look at that little baby. Look at that little baby. I have no clue what's going on in my house. Quite loud. Got my baby powder. Oh my. Look at what just happened. That is interesting. Okay, we're gonna get a new popsicle stick for sure. I was gonna show you guys what the consistency of the wax is supposed to be. Not that. So, still dripping, but not too bad. It's supposed to be like honey. I feel like I can go up a little bit in temperature. This one's like a little bit thick, so I'm gonna do like I have it on 155. I'm gonna put it on 158. 157. We'll do 157. Lots of baby powder. So just a little backstory on my waxing experience. I've only gotten waxed one time, and that was a Brazilian. That was my first waxing experience ever. I don't know why I decided to go with the Brazilian as my first wax ever, but the lady did a good job. She was amazing, so kind. But I vowed from that day to never, ever, ever get a Brazilian ever again. I would not wish that pain on anybody. However, I also didn't know anything about prep. Didn't know that I was supposed to, go to the appointment a certain way. Like, I didn't know anything. I just booked an appointment because I wanted to experience what it was like. And I hate having hair. I don't like hair. Okay, we're good. I was like, is that hot? No, it's not hot. But yeah, I hate having hair, so getting waxed is like my dream. And that was years ago. Like, I got waxed maybe when I was in high school, like maybe 18, 17, I don't know. All it took was that one time, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. Years later, still, I went back to shaving, and I was like, man, I'm really tired of doing this, but I don't want to pay somebody to do it. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of spending money on razors. I want to wax at home. So I bought me this kit off Amazon. I have been experimenting with waxing myself since then. I started with armpits, and then I moved on to eyebrows, and then I moved on to Brazilian. Nice and clean. Nice and clean, nice and clean. I've been learning how to wax myself since then. So I've been waxing myself for probably a year or two now. And I'm not going back, and I'm also not paying somebody to do it because I can just do it at home. Now, is it a lot more difficult to do it at home? Absolutely. Because I'm not a professional and I've had to learn the rope. And then, like, especially for Brazilian, it's really hard to do my own Brazilian because I don't know what direction my hair grows. So I end up just pulling wax every which way. I be pulling wax every which way, and the job gets done. Next Brazilian, I'm definitely going to see if there is any improvement because that junk hurts. It hurts every single time. The mound is usually people's worst part, but for me, it's the lips. The lips hurt so freaking bad, dude. It's crazy. I'm like, why do people say the mound hurts? Like, yeah, the mound hurts, but girl, that lip. that lip is what hurts. I don't know. Like, that's also because I remember from me getting my Brazilian for the first time professionally. I remember homegirl saying that the lips was my most thickest part, and I was like, dang, like I got thick hair up here and thick hair down there. I can't win. I can't win. And that's the part that hurts the most, and it hurts the most every single time. It's the part that I dread every single time. And the funny thing is, I've been trying to like get rid of all the hair at once, so I'd be doing big strips. Don't do that. Do small strips, take your time. Yes, it's gonna be more painful, but you're gonna target the areas a lot better. Like that one didn't hurt because there was barely any hair. Yeah. This does not hurt, by the way. Here, let me show you guys the that first strip. That was that first strip. Crazy. This is 3 weeks of growth. After you're done with the main waxes, with the main strips, you can go in with tweezers and get the rest of the hairs. I don't do that, one, because I don't have any tweezers. And two, because it doesn't really bother me. I can just get it the next go around in the next 3 weeks. But if you want to be completely bald, go in with tweezers. I don't do it because it doesn't bother me. And that pretty much got everything. So I can move on to this pit, and that just took 3 strips. So yeah, like 155, 158 is my sweet spot. It's the perfect temperature for me. Good consistency. Like it wants to be like honey. You want to have honey consistency. Also, I would recommend practicing twirling in both hands. Practice twirling in both hands. I always start at the top. Again, I have no clue what direction my hair grows. It all grows in multiple different directions. So I literally have no clue. And I hold the skin taut the entire time. I don't think you have to necessarily, but I kind of just do it because I feel like it helps the hair. So I grip it taut right here, and then whenever I pull down, I try to like go from here. But for now, I'm just gonna keep it up there and press the wax into the hair so it can adhere. I really sound like a professional right now. It's ready. One swift pull, pressure, and you're done. It's ready, so I'm gonna hold the skin taut. Pretty darn good. And then after I'm done waxing, I just go in with baby oil. Very light, very, very, very light baby oil. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, you're done. You are done.
I've been looking at apartments all day just to see like what I'm working with my budget that I've kind of guessed around. I have an estimated amount. With part-time, the minimum amount of rent that I could afford is $300, and the max is around like $800-ish, which is really stretching it. $800 is stretching it by a lot because I only have like $50 to spend on groceries. Like, if we're being honest, maybe like $100-ish to spend on groceries and gas, and that's it. So $800 is pushing it by a lot. I actually might need to look again, but I've just been using apartments.com. I have 10 so far, but I need to go through these 10 to make sure that there's an in-unit wash and dryer, because that's the one thing that I am like very hard-headed on. This whole experience has been very humbling because I am a pretty uppity type of person when it comes to apartments and houses, and there's specific things that I like and dislike. Right, on dislikes, I have no electric stove. I hate popcorn ceilings. I hate popcorn ceilings. I would like stainless steel appliances, but it's not that big of a deal. Like, I have a black fridge at my house right now. That's not that big of a deal if I don't have that. I would like a fairly big kitchen. I don't like small kitchens. I don't want to deal with carpet, but if there's like carpet in like just the bedroom, that's fine. But I don't want carpet everywhere. I want cube countertops, but budget does not call for cube countertops. So I don't know, it's just a very, very, very humbling experience. You know, it's a lot harder, especially because I'm not full-time right now, so I have to work with part-time money, and it's already bad because I'm part-time. So I'm like, my budget, I was originally going with like a budget of minimum 500, maximum 1,300 or 1,200. So whenever I was first looking, that was my budget, and I was like, okay, there's some good places. But then I was like, wait, I needed, like, that was the full-time budget. I need to be looking at part-time. Baby, when I switched to part-time, I got humbled so quick because all the apartments that I was passing on first time, I'm now clicking yes on and liking them and favoriting them because that's in my budget. It's just interesting because a lot of these that I clicked no to or like skipped, I'm going back to because this is in my budget. Like this, there's no other apartments that are in my budget. And low-key, some of these are still pushing it. It's interesting because I would never ever see myself living in one of these types of apartments. If that's what it takes, then hey. I think it's also important to remember that we all start from somewhere. If that means being in an apartment that looks a little bit less than on the outside and less than on the inside just to make it up in life, you know, get somewhere, then that's what I'm gonna do. If I really get desperate enough and really need to move out, which I can absolutely see myself getting in a position where I just need to move out right then and there or by the next month, then I have the option. But I've really been enjoying myself. I love, like I said in a previous vlog or whatever, in this vlog, I don't know, but I love online shopping and window shopping for things that I can't have. But this one doesn't count because obviously I have an apartment. Yeah, I've been doing that literally all day, and I'm gonna keep doing it because now I have to go through these that I favorited and make sure that it has an in-unit washer and dryer, because that's the one thing that I'm heavy hitter, not gonna change my opinion on it. It needs to have an in-unit washer and dryer. When I tell you guys that not even 5 minutes later, I ended up retracting this statement because, again, very humbled, very humbled. I realized that my budget means that I can't even afford an in-unit washer and dryer. I can't afford an in-unit washer and dryer. I can't afford 800. I can't afford an 800 being the highest amount that I'm paying for rent. My minimum ended up being 500 and my maximum was like 780, I think. If I were to go with 780, I would still have around $200 to spend on gas and groceries for the entire month, mind you, for the entire month. So yeah, very humbled, very humbled. I'm now completely fine with not having an in-unit washer and dryer because, baby, I'm going to wash my clothes in the bathtub. I don't know, I'm very nitpicky about washing my clothes with other people because, you know, I've been there, done that in a dorm. Like, I feel like I'm in university all over again, where I'm having to share a laundry room with so many other people, and I don't want to do that. I don't know what you be doing when you're at home. You could be pooping in your pants, you could be peeing your pants, you could be throwing up, your sexual activity. Like, I don't know what these people are doing. I don't want to say OCD because I'm not OCD, and you don't want to use OCD in this context, but I'm very picky about where I'm washing my clothes. And you might be thinking, girl, it's a washing machine, like it's gonna get washed. No, babes, no. I understand that, but at the same time, I cannot. That's fine with me, girl. I'm gonna wash my clothes in the tub and get me like one of those like portable dryer thingies and call it a day. Like, I just found it so funny. Like, I couldn't, like, my budget calls for popcorn ceilings. My budget calls for no in-unit wash and dryer. My budget calls for a smaller kitchen. It's very humbling. But like I said, after going through apartments and all that and seeing what I can afford, girl, I'm completely fine with everything. Like, I actually realized that there's nothing wrong with these apartments. They're just ugly. They're all just ugly. They're ugly on the outside and they're ugly on the inside. But you can fix ugly. You can put some makeup over ugly. You can transform ugly and make it beautiful. That's it. Like, there's nothing wrong with these apartments. They might be a little small, but you're only one person. I was like going through these apartments, looking at the bedroom, looking at the bedroom closet, and I was like, dang, this bedroom closet is tiny. Girl, you don't have that many clothes anyways. There be nothing wrong with these apartments, y'all. It'd be affordable and it's good. There be nothing wrong with these apartments. They're all just ugly as hell.